This video is going to talk about how to solve multi-step equations on one side. Let's go ahead and get started. Solve for v. Now, as I look at this equation right here, I can see that my variable this time is not on both sides. It is only on one side. Here's my balancing line. My variable's over here on the left. So remember, if I don't have variables on both sides, I don't need to choose a variable side. This is automatically my variable side, and this is automatically my number side. So let's go ahead and simplify this. What do I mean by simplify? Well, remember, parentheses, I can't get rid of anything inside the parentheses until the parentheses are gone. So remember, step number one, parentheses first. To get rid of those parentheses, we distribute. Remember, distribution is another name for multiplication. So multiply 3 times 2, which gives me 6v, and multiply 3 by the positive 8, which gives me positive 24, is equal to 60. Continuing to solve this, if this is my variable side and this is my number side, I don't want on my variable side a positive 24. That doesn't have a variable, so let's get rid of it. To get rid of positive 24, I'm going to subtract 24 from both sides. And I am left with, on the left-hand side, the 24 zeros out, and I'm left with 6v is equal to 60 minus 24. Let's check that in our calculator. 36. So 60 minus 24 is 36. How do I finish solving that? Remember, this is multiplication. How do you undo multiplication? I divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6, and I am left with v equals 6, because 36 divided by 6 is 6. All right, next problem. Solve for u. I draw my balancing line. Okay, which side is my variable side and which side is my number side? Well, this is the only side with a variable. So this is my variable side and this is my number side. The very first thing I'm going to do is look and see, hey, what I can do to simplify. 28 is already simplified, so let's look at the right-hand side. Okay, I know that this is my variable side. Let's separate out the terms so that we can combine, because I have 2 of those u's. Now, don't be doing the opposite. Remember, when they are on the same side, all I do is combine them. I'm not moving them sides of that barrier. So negative 6u and 2u combine. Let's see, negative 6 plus 2 combine to give me negative 4u minus 12. The reason why I do that is 12 has nothing to combine with, so I bring that straight down. So to reiterate, I didn't do the opposite. I didn't add 6u because they are on the same side. I'm just going to combine my like terms. Continuing, if this is my variable side and this is my number side, I need to get rid of negative 12 or the minus 12. I'm going to add 12 to undo the subtraction. And on the left-hand side, I'm going to add 12 to undo the subtraction. I am left with 28 plus 12 is 40, is equal to, on the right-hand side, the negative 12 and the positive 12 zero out, and I'm left with a negative 4u. To finish, I'm going to divide by negative 4 because it's being multiplied, and I'm left with, what does that give me? 40 divided by negative 4 is negative 10. So u is equal to negative 10. Let's look at another example. If I look at this problem, I can see that a couple things are going on. So I have 2 variables and they're on the same side. So I automatically know this is my number side and this is my variable side. But remember, you can't combine anything in parentheses with anything outside parentheses. So I need to deal with my parentheses first. Let's go ahead and distribute. What is in front of my parentheses is a 4, so I'm going to distribute that 4 into that parentheses. That gives me 4u. 4 times 6 is 24. And remember to stop multiplying right there, and I'm going to bring down negative 7u. I'm also going to bring down equals 6, so I have my entire equation in one line. But let's continue. As I get to my next line, I need to notice that there's still more than one u. I need to combine them. If this is my variable side, I want to combine them so I only have one variable left. I'm going to separate out my terms, and I'm going to combine my like terms. So 4u and negative 7u are my like terms. 4 plus negative 7 combines to give me negative 3u, and I'm going to bring down the 24. Now, if you're wondering, why don't I combine 24 with 6? Remember, they are not on the same side, so I cannot combine them. Equals 6. I'm going to bring down my line. If this is my variable side, I'm going to take, now that everything is simplified, I'm going to take the opportunity to remove what doesn't belong. So the thing that does not belong is the 24. So I'm going to minus 24 from both sides. 6 minus 24 is a grand total of negative 18 equals, what's left on this right-hand side? Negative 3u. So I'm going to bring this line up here, negative 18. I'm just recopying it so I have more room. How do I solve from here? Remember, this is multiplication, so to undo, I'm going to use division. Negative 18 divided by negative 18 is a grand total of 6, so u is equal to 6, and that is my final answer. I want to try one more with you before I give you one to do on your own, because I want to remind you about what you are distributing. On this problem, I noticed that variables are only on this side. So this is my variable side and this is my number side. I remember that I can't combine this w and this w because this is inside the parentheses and this is outside. So what do? I distribute. But what do I distribute? Well, if these are my parentheses, I go to the sign in front and distribute that. So I'm going to distribute a positive 4. If this was a minus sign, I'd be distributing a negative 4. As I distribute, I'm going to change back to back. Positive 4 times w is 4w. Positive 4 times 3 is 12. What do I do from here? Well, I'm going to bring down the negative 6. What goes in between these two terms? Well, 4 is positive, so a plus sign. And then I bring everything else down. Since this is my variable side, I am going to simplify, so I only have one variable. Separating out my terms, I have negative 6w and 4w, which can be combined. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2w plus 12. Remember, I can't combine the 12 with the 18 because it is not on the same side of my equal sign. Bring down my plus 18. Since this is my variable side, I'm going to get rid of 12 by doing the opposite and subtracting. 18 minus 12 is 4. Ooh. 18 minus 12 is 6, not 4. Equals negative 2w, because this is gone. I'm going to finish by dividing by what is next to the w, dividing by negative 2. And 6 divided by negative 2 gives me negative 3. So my final answer is w equals negative 3. All right, this last one is on your own. Take a second, pause the video, and when you're ready, press play. All right, let's solve this. I'm going to distribute what is in front of the parentheses, which is a positive 2. 2x, 2 times 7 is 14, minus 4x, I bring that down, equals 18. This is my variable side, since only the variables are over there. Combining my like terms, 2 and negative 4 give me negative 2. So I have left over negative 2x plus 14 equals 18. I'm going to rewrite that. I ran out of room. This is my variable side. Get rid of the 14 because it does not have a variable. I do that by subtraction because I've got addition going on. And bringing everything down, that zeroes out. I'm left with negative 2x equals 18 minus 14 is 4. Divide by negative 2. And x equals negative 2. And that's my final answer. If you have any questions, please reach out. And good luck on your assignment.